Hey everybody, it's Hera Puppy or Adri here, and as you might notice, we are definitely not where we were in the last episode, and I think we actually went up a couple levels.
Yeah, we went up a couple levels and we're actually in a completely different zone.
Yeah, so basically, last night, Annie was exhausted. My computer decided to completely spaz out. Um, so there is an episode 12, but whether it ever gets uploaded is debatable because I have to work with 3 separate clips and I don't know very much about editing, and I'm also not really having a good time right now, and I'm not in the mood to really dive very deep into anything like that. Um, so it might eventually be uploaded, it might not, but either way, this is episode 13, not episode 12, and sorry for the slight gap, but we didn't get too much done. So, uh,
No, the last episode, we were both very tired. Well, I was very tired, and it was a rough one. So, um, but yeah, we're just gonna dive back in today and see how this goes.
yeah, and hopefully my computer will actually cooperate. I have no idea what happened. It's so every once in a while, there's something wrong with the circuitry in my house, and of course my room is like the last part of it, and every once in a while it just like shuts down for a brief moment, and then of course my computer shuts down with it. Um, but
Indeed.
it usually only happens like once a month, so hopefully it won't happen again throughout the rest of the series. Uh, but still a bit of a problem that we don't really have the ability to fix right now. Uh,
Yes. All right. Let's just get one more of these suckers. This Lynx is absolutely gonna aggro.
yeah, it is. Or not. Okay.
Okay. I'm not gonna question it. Let's just run away.
I'm really glad that bat did not drop any loot because I would have been very annoyed with myself if I had to walk away from it.
Yeah.
I really don't like leaving the sparkles there. I don't know why it bothers me because it's so stupid. And technically, they even have a mechanic where you get any loot you don't pick up in the mail layer. But I can't stand leaving it.
Aggro a Lynx. What? Okay.
Huh. Well, I guess you ended up attracting a lynx anyways.
Yes. Karma got me a Lynx, whether I wanted it or not. Also, I was just talking to Adri about this. I am going to gently nudge Alec in the direction of buying himself a better and new pair of gaming headphones, which will then equal me obtaining his old and better than my current for gaming headphones. Uh, that is how I have my gaming computer and my phone. um, so, I mean, also next month I could buy myself some gaming headphones, but if Alec is already buying new ones, maybe I can just contribute a bit to his fund for new headphones for him, which is still gonna be less than. That's I could offer that. Um, okay, what are we working on? The lurkers.
Actually,
We need one more hexer.
we need to go up to the second. We need to go inside here and then up to the second floor.
Ah, I see.
Okay.
Wow, these guys are big. I didn't really realize that. When you have like a distance, what are they called? I'm sure there's a word for it. So it's just a distance killer.
Um, if do you mean like an obstruction?
Well, like when you're playing with a melee character, what's the opposite of melee?
Oh, range.
Yes, thank you. When you're playing with a range character, you don't really get the size of the um mobs nearly as much as when you're playing with a melee character. So I didn't really realize how big these guys were.
Yeah. Also, being inside of a building makes it so it zooms in quite a bit. So there is also that.
Don't
Um.
mind us. Just scooting on through.
Yep. Did you? Oh, you did grab that. Okay.
Yeah, we share these quests.
Oh. Well, that's a little odd. Usually those type quests we have to do ourselves.
I know. World of Warcraft really can't decide how it wants to treat those quests.
Yeah. I mean.
Oh, I got polymorphed into a chicken.
Oh no. That is
Oh,
not good.
well, the guy lost aggro on me while I was polymorphed, so.
Well, that's good. Okay, I think let's see if I can manage this without attracting any attention. Aha!
And I went around. So I'm right behind you.
Okay.
Wow, the ambiance in this area is really annoying. There's one bird sound that's very irritating.
Oh.
I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the ambiance for this
Wait,
area.
are you sure that's the ambiance? Because I'm not hearing a bird.
Oh, I have a kind of mildly supersonic hearing, so I wouldn't be surprised. Um, but yeah, there's one bird that's like.
Oh.
I just turned off the ambiance and it did help. If you turn it up, I bet you'll hear it.
Yeah, I might. There's also just the fact that some sounds just do not cooperate with my hearing at all. Um, Especially because, of course, gaming headsets. The one problem with gaming headsets for me is that they're designed to distribute the sound to both ears. One of my
Yeah,
ears is useless, which kind of is very counterproductive.
they're all about like surround sound experience, and you're like, can you just play it in my left ear?
Yeah, because I can't really get surround sound because that's like I don't the directions do not work with my hearing, and then so
How did you? Oh,
I'm trying to navigate this with attracting as little attention as possible.
so far you've only got one guy following you. Oh, I have one on me. But as long as I don't get knocked off, I'm just gonna keep going.
Neat. Ah, I have my ear keeps popping, and I have no idea why.
Ooh, I hate that.
Going to really quick. What level is that Yomian's at? Usually I have this higher, but I have to keep turning it down whenever I'm playing with somebody because then I can't hear them when they're talking.
Really, Miss Bat? Really?
Ah, I'm guessing you attracted a Miss Bat?
Yes. Oh, he went away.
Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot the spin the web workers are way over there.
Okay. While we're over here, I did just make myself a cup of tea. And I'm gonna be very sad if we get finished with this video and I haven't drank any of it and it's cold. So I'm gonna take a 2 minute, not 2 minute, a 30-second sip break.
Okay.
Victory lies ahead. The reckoning is at hand.
Okay, we're still on the warm side of acceptable.
That better be good. Victory for
Oh, this brings me back. I know I've talked about this more than once on this video series, but I'm drinking the specific peppermint tea that I was like absolutely pounding when I was super sick and we played Minecraft for 12 hours a day.
Yes.
This is bringing back memories.
Okay, up in here. And of course, this is going to attract a lot of trolls.
Oh, I got in so far without my mount kicking me off.
Nice.
It's always just a fun game to play.
Yeah. It is definitely nice when you can get through the area without actually having to deal with that.
Oh, there's a person in here. What is this
Indeed.
area? The mummified troll remains burnt.
Yes, that is going to be not in there.
Where are said remains?
They should be, yeah.
Oh, I see. Being a headhunter is kind of wasteful, right? Like, use all parts of the body.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah. To be honest though, I'm pretty sure these headhunters are of the serial killer variation and not the
Yeah.
animal hunter variation, but
I mean, it's not the biggest problem. I was talking like even if they were serial killers. Like, if you're gonna be a serial killer, you can't just hunt for like people's heads. There's like a whole body. You have to like do something with it.
yeah, they'll probably try and hide it somewhere and then get caught doing so.
Yes, or go modern and eat it.
Ugh.
Ugh. Oh, I have a mildly spooky story. And by mildly, I mean it involves cannibalism.
Okay then.
Okay. I was waiting for the okay that it wouldn't creep you out too bad. Basically, there is the story. I am basically retelling the story from this BuzzFeed something. Ruining History is the name of the series. Where they told the story of this. It's the shipwreck that inspired the book Moby Dick, which is about a whale and a shipwreck.
Mhm.
And basically, so there are these whalers, and they're going around killing whales for various things that we used to use whales for. And then we were like, you know what? Whales are really smart. And also not they only have like one or two calves. So how about we don't kill them? Uh anyways, so they were going around in this whaling ship. It was a crew of like 15 or whatever. Um they went from England and then they were in the Caribbean. And so they stopped and they stole a bunch of Galapagos tortoises and then burned down an entire island and barely escaped with their lives. And then
Uh-huh.
they there was this whale that just like totally against the nature of sperm whales, which are very docile animals, completely just went berserk and like fully attacked the ship. Oh, there's a quest through here.
Yeah, we're gonna want to wait to grab that until we finish the troll juju.
Okay. So this whale just went berserk and started attacking the ship. And all the guys abandoned ship. And basically, they were just adrift at sea for like months and ended up having to eat each other.
Huh.
There was one boat where so it was the captain and his nephew was on the boat with him, and the guy's sister, the nephew's mom, was was like, you have to take care of my kid on this voyage or whatever. And so on that life raft, they drew straws to see who would be eaten,
Oh,
and the kid
jeez.
got the short straw,
Of course he
and the
did.
captain was like, he apparently offered to take his place, but um the kid was like, no, I chose this anyways, so he ate his nephew.
Uh.
Yeah. And then when they got rescued, they'd been out there for so long that
State your business.
they were kind of crazy. They'd kind of gone mad, which is understandable. If you're out on the sea for that long. But the reason that I told you about the Tauruses and all that stuff is they're very, really, they're very bad guys. You know, whales and all that. Let's not kill whales. And so when they finally got spotted by this boat, they got, spotted, and the guys were like, okay, come on board. And then the guys in the lifeboats were just didn't really react and just kind of turned around and started picking up the bones of their crewmates and stuffing them in their pockets for to eat the bone marrow. Anyways, it is a nasty story, but I love the Ruining History series because they have great graphics, and there's also a story about a group in the it's one of the world wars um that had a platoon or whatever of soldiers who adopted a baby bear, and then the bear was part of their platoon. Was really docile and towards them, and yeah, so that was a pretty good story as well.
Well, your first story made me think about of Wendigos.
Mm.
Yeah.
Is this lady just gonna stand here?
No, she just moves slowly. Yeah. Cannibalism, and it's kind of ridiculous how often my mind will jump from something to mythology in 5 seconds. You're talking about cannibalism? Oh, Wendigos. Or someone mentions blood, and probably within 2 minutes I'll think about vampires, even if it's completely irrelevant to the situation. Of course, Wendigos are definitely creepier than vampires.
Are Wendigos essentially werewolves?
No.
Oh, what are they?
So essentially, and for anybody who does actual research on this, I apologize if I get any of this wrong. That's not Wendigos are not my preference in mythology to look up, because I'm not a fan of cannibalism in any manner. But essentially, Wendigos are humans that went seriously.
She ran so far sideways to get to that bat. Oh my god.
Wendigos are humans who, usually the stories are considered to be up in the far north, so up in the cold, that ended up essentially in a situation where they had to become cannibals, and what happened is their body deformed, and they kind of turned into this beast thing, but it's not transformation based like werewolf it's a permanent thing of like eating human flesh caused them to become a little bit like Golem, actually, from Lord of the Rings. Appearance wise, so like really pale skin that just clung to their bones, really sharp teeth. They don't have good eyesight, rather, they have an extremely good sense of smell, while their eyesight and hearing is rather poor. And they essentially, they're kind of like, in some stories they have claws that allow them to grip onto walls, and ceilings. There are some fictions where I believe they can bend their, bones and limbs in ways that definitely is not normal at all, which looks quite creepy. But for the most part, it's essentially just a horror story for, um, well, mythological horror story for cannibalism, that ends up, basically giving the uh, bullet points of each person turn into a terrifying creature that is mindless to anything but its desire for human flesh, and will then promptly rip apart all of its friends and any travelers that come near the mountains it lives in.
I wonder, I'm sure, or I'm not sure. I wonder if the origins of that have anything to do with there's apparently a parasite or some sort of. Okay, my reference for this is the Bones episode. You know the Bones episode where let's go back to the source material. Where it's one of the very early ones, where they're
Okay.
in Washington State and the bear they find the remains in a bear.
Oh, yeah.
And it turns out that
Yep.
there's a cannibal.
Yep, I know that
And
one.
then there's like they talk about how something in human flesh can make people who eat it go kind of mad and crazed. Like it can alter a person's, well, I think
Mhm.
specifically raw human flesh.
Mhm.
It can alter a person's like mental state. I don't know if there's actual science to back that up, but if that is true, then I wouldn't be surprised if that had something to do with the um, image of the Wendigo as like a crazed flesh-eating being.
Yeah, let me actually. I'm looking this up now. Um.
I mean, you can get really sick, I think,
Yeah. Okay.
which I think has like side effects mentally. What did you find out?
So. Oh, that's a lot more terrifying than I remember, right? Okay. um. So. Let's see. The Wendigo is product of Algonquian folklore by afternoon, biggest impact during the winter months, and was thought to be responsible for the manifestation of some darker parts of the human spirit. Is winter, famine, gluttony, and cannibalism incarnate. Known for its insatiable, I think.
Insatiable.
Insatiable, thank you. Greed and hunger for human flesh, demonic spirits, winter storms and weather, winter of the north, angry Wendigo, supernatural creature, brain famine. This is a very repetitive paragraph. Okay. Give ideal hunting grounds. You okay?
Sorry to interrupt you, but I did find what I was looking for. I did have to just search. Uh, can eating human flesh make you sick? Which, uh, is not good. Okay, specifically, eating the brain of another human being can cause kuru, which is what they were talking about in um oh god, what? Uh, in the Bones episode. A
Mm.
brain disease that's similar to mad cow disease. It occurs because our brains contain prions that transmit the disease. Symptoms begin with trembling and end in death. Kuru is very rare, incurable, fatal neurodegenerative disorder. Um,
We will have
ooh, that's a
justice.
big word. Uh, yeah, it's from the prion proteins, and it's like shaking, and ooh, that's really not good.
Our enemies withdraw.
That's really not something you want.
Okay. Um. Yeah, here we go. Here's the human Wendigos one. Some humans overpowered by greed or hunger can turn into Wendigos. And the method serves as a method of encouraging cooperation and moderation. Um, Other sources say Wendigos were created when the human resorted to cannibalism to survive. Um, yeah, so basically, it is definitely a cannibalism horror story, and it's kind of a it's a mixed theory. Some say evil spirits, some say humans driven by greed, some say humans forced to resort to cannibalism or willingly. Some say kind of a mixture of both, like a human possessed by an evil spirit after they feast on human flesh, so kind of like a mixture of multiple of them.
Hmm.
But overall, the idea is they devour people and cause famine and storms and represent gluttony and kind of just overall the cold in general.
Hmm.
Cold of death, cold of hunger, cold of greed.
I wonder if there's any. I'm sure there's some good books. Um, Alex says can't afford a new pair right now. Maybe towards Christmas. Okay. So, I wonder if there's any good, like fantasy books involve Wendigos.
There should be. I know
Because they seem
there's.
interesting.
Yeah, there should be. I do know at least a TV show where Wendigos are brought up, albeit it's rather briefly. I think it might come up in another one. But book wise, you could probably, I mean, you could definitely find it in like a mythology lore book, but they're.
Oh, it looks like there's a whole Goodreads uh list that people can make lists on Goodreads, which involves Wendigos. There's a book on here that won the National Book Award called The Roundhouse by Louise Erdrich.
I'm pretty sure I've heard of
Erdrich?
that. Mm.
Um,
Yeah, I've
I
heard that
don't really
somewhere.
know what this has to do with Wendigos. It seems to be about Native American life.
Well, that in some ways would make sense because it's a folklore tale.
Hmm.
So it's much more tied into tribal legends, I think. Please don't hate me if I'm wrong. um, then it's like other some other supernaturals would be. I do know of a video game that's like completely centered around Wendigos. Um, Until Dawn. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, that's and I guess anybody who hasn't played that game but wants to should probably uh skip like 5 minutes ahead. I doubt I'll talk about it for that long. Um, but essentially, Until Dawn starts out with a group of kids, well, teenagers, not really kids, teenagers, going up to a cabin in the mountains, which, of course, cold, wintry, is kind of the theme. And a pair of sisters, one of them gets really scared because another one of the group plays a prank and she goes running off. And I don't know if it's actually a sister or a friend, but one of the others chases after them, and they end up falling off a cliff. One of them dies on impact. The other is nearly dead, and since she's kind of stuck, eventually eats the remains of the other, becoming a Wendigo in the process. And then years later, on the anniversary of their friend's death, the remaining group returns to the cabin, and they get kind of like drawn into this whole thing of of one of the group is killing people. I think I might be slightly wrong about that. There's something about this mystery person trying to kill everybody, and then of course there's Wendigos crawling out of the caves as well. It's kind of really horrifying. I didn't play it, but I watched another YouTuber play it.
That sounds like a really great story.
Yeah.
Okay. I will bring up that I do have to use the restroom. So,
Okay.
hopefully, how long have we been recording?
32 minutes.
Okay. So, we'll do a couple of these, and I'm just like giving a small warning that I will want to get us at a sooner stopping point than maybe otherwise.
Yeah. We can.
Oh, hey, these are cannibals too.
Yeah. That's I think the description of this video is going to be,
In which we discuss cannibals.
yes, something along those lines. That seems to be very much the topic of this.
Okay, I don't need any more of you. I need the risen
Yep.
huggerers.
Here's another one.
I feel like we played this area together
We did.
when a really long time ago.
Yeah, it would have been. Yeah, it would have definitely been a long time ago.
Like when you were more first getting into World of Warcraft.
Yeah. This is the second place you go to with the Blood Elf.
Oh, I see.
And there's another one. Actually, I see two more. Oh, and I see another one by the water too, so that'll be three. And then we can probably run back, turn this in, and call it. Cause,
Sure.
this is still, seriously, not just a risen creeper? Ah, here we go, risen hunger. It's still a decent length. It'll be around probably 35, 36 minutes.
Cool.
Okay, let's see. And next time you'll probably get to level 60.
Yeah, if we end up doing a longer video tomorrow.
Yeah.
I will say I have a lot of work to do tomorrow. Oh, yeah. So I may be more tired, but we'll see.
Okay. Well, still, we're getting pretty close.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
anyways.
there's actually an inn. Wait, where did the inn go?
What? You saw an
Is this the
inn?
inn?
There's not an
There was
inn.
there is too. It's over here. Oh, there's a quest up here I never took either.
Oh. That's really weird. You have to get, like, right next to the building to see the innkeeper.
Well, there's 2 quests over here.
Glory to the Sindori.
Oh.
Farewell.
Okay, now where is said innkeeper? Probably inside.
Yeah, in the main area.
I have one of a kind items.
Okay, make this in our home. Sell all the stuff I don't need.
Shorel around. Everything.
Make sure I don't accidentally sell. There we go.
We will have justice.
That puts us at
Do I
36
need the
minutes.
Sternhole challenge?
Huh?
No. The answer to that question is no. Okay.
Well, anyway, so Annie can briefly get up, and take care of business. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. We'll see you tomorrow. I'll try to eventually get episode 12 out. Not apologize. But yeah, bye guys.
Bye, guys.